Hi guys, it's Matthew and Caitlin again. Today's class, short class, geared towards beginners. So people that have let's say a little bit tighter body or less flexibility in their body. So grab a strap, grab a block, and lay down on your back, please. Yeah, just a few breaths, letting the body rest into the floor. And since newer students tend to be a little bit stiffer in the hips, the hamstrings, we'll start off with poses that address that. Take your right ankle over your left thigh. Scoot your left foot closer to your butt cheek. That could be it. So if you have enough stretch in your outer right hip, you're done. That might be enough for you. Or start to pull the left knee in towards the chest, and then reach through, right hand through the legs, grab the back of your left thigh or front of left shin. And you can stop anywhere from there or in between from there and where she's at, knees in towards chest. Few deep breaths here. Start to activate the feet though. So flex both the feet. Go ahead and get them online. Flex the feet, spread the toes. Next out breath, release that side, feet down. And then go ahead and swap over to the other side. Same thing, could be just scooting heel in towards butt or drawing right knee in towards chest. Right knee pulling in towards chest, so pull it in, but move your left knee away from your chest. Rotate your left thigh out. Then allow your breath to get a little bit deeper and wider. One more full round of breath. And then bring the feet back to the floor. Grab your strap, strap up your right foot, put the strap just underneath the balls of your toes, and then stretch your right leg up, straight up. And then bring one strap in one hand, one strap in the other hand, and walk your hands further up the strap. All right, now you could stay here with the left foot on the floor the whole time, or extend your left leg out, rest the back of your left leg on the floor. She's doing a great job at it. She's strengthening her legs, she's pressing through her feet, so do that. Strengthen your legs, press through your feet as if you're stretching your legs longer. Take both straps in your right hand, place your left hand on your left thigh or just outside the left thigh. Now, keeping majority of the left side of your body still in contact with the floor, open your right leg out to the right. Whenever coming into this pose, it's real common for the straight leg side of the body to start to lift off the floor. Best you can, don't do that. Prioritize keeping that side of your body down as you just move your right leg. Now bring the leg up to vertical and release that side. Knees bent, feet to floor. Swap sides. Same thing, once the leg gets straight, walk your hands up the strap. Then either keep the right foot as is or stretch your right leg straight. Few breaths just here, getting more into the back of your left leg. So firm the front of your thighs and then push through the bottoms of your feet. All right, now both straps in left hand. Caitlin, you might need to move to the right a little bit so you have the room. And then open your left leg to the left. And same thing as on the other side though. Right side of body, best you can, just keep it where it started. There's always this going to be this play of movement and pieces of your body that you're trying to keep stable and not moving really. All right, with an in-breath, come back through center and release the pose. You can put the strap off to the side, block off to the side. Come around to hands and knees. And actually come all the way down to your belly. Come all the way down to the belly. Line up your fingertips with the very tops of the shoulders. So you can visually peek down. Now tuck your toes under. Now come up to hands and knees. Don't move the hands or feet. And then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent for a moment. Yeah, and then lift the sitting bones. Now the reason I had you come into down dog from there is so you can find a good length or distance for your down dog. So typically from that position you can work that length of down dog, but if it's a little bit too long, just shorten the stance a tiny bit. If you're a little bit tighter, keep working your down dog with your knees bent the whole class, or work the legs a bit straighter here. Your next out breath, go ahead and walk to the top edge of your mat and fold forward there. Go ahead and modify, Caitlin. Put your feet hip distance apart. Halfway lift. Yeah, bring your hands to your shins, bend your knees. Now bend the knees enough that the sitting bones move back. Now pull the lower back in, chest forward, start to back bend. Yeah, pull the chest a little bit further forward. Now when you half lift today, go ahead and lift this high, take one more. Then your next exhale, forward fold. With the inhale, stand up and reach up. Then hands together in front of chest. We'll do a few half Surya Namaskars. So arms up on an inhale. Fold forward on an exhale. Knees bent if you need to. Halfway lift, inhale, find the back bend. So shoulders above hips, then forward fold. Stand up, reach up, inhale. Hands in front of chest, exhale. We're gonna do two more. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Soft knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands in front of chest. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands in front of chest. We're gonna add some lunges. So arms up, inhale. Fold on your exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot back, lunge. Keep the fingertips down. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Now we're gonna park it here for a couple breaths. And then the first round we're gonna modify just so people that need this modification can learn how to work it. So next exhale, bring the knees to the floor. Take an inhale here. Then next exhale, right foot between your hands. Left knee up on the inhale, look forward. Then step forward and fold on your exhale. Lift part way on your inhale. Forward fold again on your exhale. Stand up, stretch up, inhale. Hands together in front of chest, exhale. Again like that, arms up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale, look forward. Left foot back, exhale, lunge. Stay for the inhale. Then downward dog on the exhale. Take one or two extra breaths here. Knees could be bent, but lift the sitting bones and then drive down through the heels. One more in breath. Knees down on the out breath. Inhale, look forward. Left foot between the hands on the exhale. Lift the back knee, inhale. Step forward and fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Stand up, stretch up, inhale. Hands together in front of chest, exhale. Now non-modified version. Arms overhead, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. But if you need to modify, modify. Half lift, inhale. Right foot back, lunge, exhale. Stay for the inhale. Down dog, exhale. Now this is where you have your options. Inhale here. Right foot between your hands in one step, or modify it like you did. Inhale. Step forward and fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Stand up, reach up, inhale. Hands together in front of chest, exhale. One more side to go. Arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift, back bend. Left foot back, lunge. Stay right there. Downward facing dog. Now just the in-breath. Left foot forward for a lunge, however that works. Inhale. Step forward and fold. Lift part way, stretch your spine out. Forward fold. Stand up, stretch up. Hands together in front of chest, then release your arms. Okay, middle of your mat, please. Yeah, you'll face the camera. I'm gonna put the block outside, just on the right side of the mat, just in case we're gonna use it. Next pose, warrior two. So stretch the arms wide, and then go ahead and step your feet underneath your hands or wrists. Your arms are too long. Means she's got to go wider in the stance. All right, now put your hands on your hips. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees. Left foot in slightly and bend your right knee. So bend the right knee till it's over the right ankle. And really what I'm looking for is right shin more or less straight up and down. Now, if that's too much stretch, I can tell that's a little bit too much for her. Keeping the right shin where it's at, left foot closer to right foot. But if you notice it's the opposite of that, if you need more stretch, do the opposite. Step the left foot further back. Take the arms out. Then with an in-breath, straighten your right leg. Lean to the right, bring your right hand down, either to the block or your ankle, and then stretch your left arm straight up. Now, one thing that didn't really get told that when coming into the pose, but if you were to watch it, you could see it happen. She tilted her pelvis quite a bit to come into the pose. So tilting pelvis to come into the pose. I'll show it a little bit better on the other side. Now, next in-breath, stand up. Put the hands on the hips, turn the feet, and let's go to the other side. So left foot out, right foot in. Warrior two first. Bend your left knee. So take a moment, adjust the stance. Get the left shin straight up and down. If you need to take a wider stance or shorter stance, do it. Yep, arms out. Next in-breath, straighten your left leg. And then put your hands on your hips again. Now actually, tilt the pelvis to the left. Yeah, she's doing it right here. Tilt the pelvis to the left and then sneak the left hand down, right arm up. So yeah, left hand can come all the way down to the block, could come down to the ankle. She's resting it on her shin, but knowing that she's not pushing it straight down to the floor. One more. All right, stand up. Parallel your feet. Go ahead and get your feet together. Step or hop. All right, take the feet wide again. So stretch the arms out. Get the feet underneath the hands. Warrior two to the right again. And this is typically, if you're newer to the poses, this is a great place to start for these style of standing poses. So get your right shin straight up and down, adjust the stance from there, and then your stance is set up for the next poses after this. which is side angle pose. Right hand to floor outside of foot, left arm over ear. Now, if your hand to floor is not working, meaning if the whole chest is turning down towards the floor, top shoulder turning down, then right hand a little bit higher. So put a block underneath the hand, come to fingertips, or you could put elbow on thigh. One more. Next in-breath, stand up. Parallel the feet. Let's go ahead and go to the other side. Go warrior two first. Warrior two for these style of standing poses, great place to set up the pose. All right, next out breath, side angle. So left hand just outside the foot, right arm, stretch it up and over your right ear. Now really dig down through the outer edge of your back foot as you stretch your right hand away from that. All right, next inhale, stand. Parallel your feet, get the feet all the way together again. Release your arms. All right, warrior one to the right. Start with hands on hips. Step or jump your feet wide. Your feet will be a little bit closer together than the last couple poses. Now turn the right foot out 90 degrees. Turn the back foot in strongly. And once you get it into where you think it needs to be, lift your left heel again. Rotate that thigh in more and then place the heel down. There you go, bend your right knee. Now we're gonna go ahead and come into it a little bit differently. We'll like misalign the pose. So turn your chest a little bit to the left. Now with your hands on your hips, actually steer your hips forward now. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Now put your hands on your belly. Yep, and pull the belly and chest up. All right, keep that, take the arms up overhead. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one, shape. One more breath. Hands to hips. Straighten your front leg, lift your chest, and then fold, bring your hands down. Parshvottanasana variation. If your hands don't actually reach the floor, you can put something underneath your hands, or if that's still too much, bend your front knee a little bit. But here to come out, all right, Caitlin, bend your right knee. Look forward, stand up. 180-degree turn for the other side. Like we did on the other side though, once you get the right foot turned in to where you think it needs to be, lift your back heel again, rotate a little bit, and then put the heel back down. Then bend your left knee. Misalign the pose a little bit. Yeah, like she's doing. Open your right hip to the right, open your chest to the right. With the hands on the hips now, steer the hips in there. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Put the hands on the belly, and then pull up. Pull the belly up, pull your chest up, then arms up overhead. The whole time you do this one, dig through the outer back heel. So the outer back heel and inner ankle lift. Inner right thigh or inner back leg, lift it. One more. Hands to hips, straighten front leg. Lift the chest on an in-breath, and then fold hands down on the out-breath. So as said in the beginning of practice, if hamstrings are tighter, bend the left knee or front leg knee a little bit, and put your hands on something. Bring the floor up to you. One more. Bend your left knee to come out. Look forward, stand all the way up. Parallel your feet, feet all the way together. All right, now standing wide-legged straddle fold. Take the feet very wide. Start with hands on hips, raise your chest. Fold forward, hands to floor. Same thing here, if the knees needed to be bent, they can totally be bent, or if you need something underneath your hands, block or blocks, or if you're even that tight, it could be a chair. So there's no shame in using props, it's actually beneficial. All right, next in-breath, halfway lift. Hands to hips, stand all the way up. Get the feet all the way together. I'm gonna actually have you turn towards me just so that they can see the view. Feet together, it'll be Utkatasana. All right, go ahead and bend the knees, sit your hips back. Now get a little more weight in your heels, sit a little bit lower into your hips. Now lift the chest, lift the arms, stretch the arms up. There we go, so Utkatasana shape. And if you notice, her hips are pretty high. That's totally fine. Majority of it is ending up in her upper back. So there's more back arch going through the spine here. All right, stand, release the arms. All right, turn towards the camera again. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Start with legs together. Now, right heel into left groin. Palms together in front of chest. Stay there or arms up overhead. Now, those of you that are working on balance, it's totally fine to use a wall. You can bring your left hand to a wall and just use that for balance. Or if you're in the middle of the room, if you're like in the middle of a class, you can start with a foot on the floor and then just bring it up incrementally. All right, next out breath, release the pose. Swapping. So left heel into right groin, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Palms together in an Anjali Mudra shape. Stay there if you got to, or take the arms up overhead. We're going modified arm position, hands shoulder width apart today. As well, another thing is if your shoulders are tighter, if you can't get if your elbows are bent, take the arms even wider and fully extend the elbows. Take all the bend out of the elbows, then stretch up from there, more vertical from there. Release the pose. All right, top of mat, face forward. With an inhale, raise the arms overhead. Fold forward on the exhale. Lift part way, inhale. Downward facing dog. Gonna hold this one a few breaths. As you might feel there's a little more space, a little more ease in this pose. Utilize it. Stretch the pose more. Push the hands forward, lengthen your arms. Move your sitting bones up, 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 up. As you stretch from there, down through your heels. All right, come through to a seated position. Start with soles of feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Not gonna be here long. Go ahead and stretch your right leg out straight, Janu Shirshasana. Go ahead and turn towards the camera so they can see your modification. So you're modifying it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's modifying it for various reasons. So go ahead and show the modification. So left heel more towards left groin. And you're not folding, is that true?
I can fold on this side.
Okay, so go ahead and forward fold it. So the less of a modification. She'll modify it on the other side. So left leg more or less in a tree shape, a Vrikshasana shape. So left heel on the left groin, right leg straight. Fold your torso over the right thigh. Reach down, grab your right foot or whatever you can. All right, take your gaze forward. Sit all the way up, soles of feet together, then left leg out. Right heel needs to be pulled further back towards its own groin once you do that. Now you're gonna modify this one. So she's not folding forward. So there's lower back SI joint stuff going on. She's gonna keep her torso upright and keep the lower back in more of a neutral position, as that seems not to aggravate whatever's going on here. But fold over your left leg if you can, grab the foot, get the belly button more over your left thigh. Just one more. All right, take the gaze forward and sit up. Both legs straight out in front of you. You can turn that way now. Setting up for a seated forward fold. If you're a little bit tighter in the legs, feet wider, about hip width apart, and feel free to bend the knees. And you could possibly sit up on something that can help rotate your pelvis forward. But raise the arms, Fold forward, grab something down there, feet, ankles, or you could put your strap around your feet if you need to. All right, take your gaze forward, sit up. Go ahead and turn towards the camera again. Take the right shin in front of left shin. So simple cross-legged position. Just gonna do a twist here. Put your hands down behind your hips, come onto fingertips, and then push down and back, lift your chest. Keep that much lift, and then bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand further back. Go ahead and twist. So how'd you start that way? So it's a strategy if you're a little bit tighter to get that lift in your spine before you start twisting it. Come back through center. Go ahead and do it again. Put your hands behind you. Push down and back, lift the chest up, and then other side. Right hand to left knee. Left hand a little bit further back. Left hand, if you stay on the fingertips, push the fingertips down and back, and that can help keep the lower back and spine lifting up. Okay, untwist that side. Lay down on your back. Stretch the legs out. Just a brief couple breaths there. All right, bend the knees, feet to floor. Bridge pose setup. So feet about sitting bone distance apart, heels really close to the hips, or basically ankles underneath knees, right around there. Lift your hips, grab your mat, pull your mat apart. Literally pull the hands apart. Now walk one shoulder underneath you, the other shoulder underneath you. Get more on the tops of the shoulders. Now stay there if you got to, or put the fingers together behind the back and walk the shoulders in a touch more. Backs of arms, backs of shoulders, push them down. Lift the upper back up. Feet, push them down evenly. Lower down on the exhale. So de-interlace, rest the hips down on the floor. All right, repeat. Lift your hips. Grab your mat if you're grabbing your mat, or if you know you can interlace, go ahead and interlace. Walk the shoulders in, get the chest raised. Whatever's touching the floor, push it down. And go for evenness. Soften, soften. All right, lower the hips, come all the way down. Stretch your right leg straight, stretch your left leg straight. Shavasana position. If you have more time, go ahead and turn this thing off. Stay there for quite a few minutes. But if that's that, that's that. Hopefully this was informative for you. Thanks for practicing, guys. Namaste.